We are going to start, because it is the international break at all, we're going to look at some of the best players across various age categories, Joe. We've done this in the past. It's a good item, this, isn't it? Because it often changes, chops and changes a bit. Trying to hit us with the rules, mate?
Yeah, this is proper international break fodder. What we've got today is every single age group represented here, from 18 all the way to 34. We've also got an under 18s category, so 17 and under, and 35 and over. The guys are going to kind of flip-flop it between themselves, picking the best player they believe in each age category. Okay, so who do you think, Fuad, I think you're up first, is the best under 17 or 17 and under in world football right now?
I have gone for Francesco Camada.
Going to have to educate us here a little bit, I think.
Yes, so AC Milan won the kid, essentially, over the last couple of years. I think he scored over 450 goals in about 80 games at youth level, which is
crazy,
incredible. Just recently, he scored his first Serie A goal as well. Recently made his under-21 debut, scored in the first game there as well. He is someone who I think Italy don't hype a lot of their youngsters. They usually wait till they're seasoned veterans before giving them opportunities. The fact that there is so much noise around this kid, and 6'4" at 17, I think he's got the frame and size and qualities to really be a top striker. And something that you don't often see in Italy be promoted is youth talent. And it's interesting that he's gone to Lecce, because I don't know if stylistically it's the perfect kind of loan move for him. But I do think he will get a lot of minutes this season, which is why I've kind of picked him ahead of Rio, who was another kind of...
Yeah, there's a lot of hype about him. The youngest Italian debutant in Champions League history, also the youngest player in Serie A history, so he has peaked very early. But you're right in saying alternatives. Rio's there. Max Dowman, was he in your thinking as well?
Max Dowman was in my thinking as well, but in terms of looking at Arsenal and the strength and depth that they've got this season, looking at Liverpool and the kind of options that they have, I feel like he's going to get so much more minutes.
Okay. Faysal, we'll go to you next. 18. Now, this is a tap-in, isn't it?
It's a tap-in.
Was this one of the easiest ones you had to do?
Easiest one, Mr. Lamine Yamal. I think one of the best players in the world last season. You can argue he had the Ballon d'Or season. Of course, missed out to Dembele. He started the season with an injury, but even with the injury, he's got about 5 goals and 2 assists this season, which is absolutely incredible. Yeah. He's having a great start. Like, this guy is going to win so many Ballon d'Ors years to come. Like, by the time we do this next year, he's going to be the best 19-year-old, the best 20-year-old, the best 21-year-old. Yeah. He's going to be the best player ever.
Should he have won the Ballon d'Or for you this year?
I don't think. I think Dembele treble season, the goals that he did, the redemption, but he won Ballon d'Or.
Okay, so Dembele worthy winner, but Yamal tap-in for age 18.
19. Fuad, the Spurs fan, has gone for
Lucas Bergvall.
That's just disgusting.
And this is no bias. I think when you look at the maturity that he's played with, when he coming in from Sweden, I think everybody thought it's maybe a little bit too soon. But by the end of the season, he was Spurs' player of the season. He got voted. So that tells you the maturity. And I think he was huge in our Europa League run. I think he bossed himself in that midfield throughout this season. He started really well as well, in my opinion. I think the talent that this kid's got, a lot of people see it, but if you guys think different, I'd love to hear alternatives.
What was your facial reaction there when he released?
You can ask anyone in the whole world, is Lucas Bergvall the best 19-year-old in the world? A lot of people will tell you no. I mean, what's the
other options include here? Miles Lewis-Skelly, obviously.
Miles Lewis-Skelly's an option.
Outstanding last year, competing for the Champions League.
But then this season has completely fell off the map, where I feel like he's had a position change with Hincapi coming in, Calafiori coming in. Now that left-back position is stuck, he's moving into midfield. Arteta's barely used him this season, whereas I feel like Bergvall, because of Maddison's injury, he's actually stepped into that shoes and filled it comfortably.
Or Zaire Emery?
Zaire Emery's another shout, but with Vitinha and Neves, they've pretty much locked that midfield position as well. So I feel like at the moment...
Because I think these shouts are... I think the ceiling of Zaire Emery and Lewis Skelly is phenomenal. But when you're reacting to Bergvall, we are watching a player, and I can sort of back you up as a Spurs fan. I don't think it's an outrageous shout. Yes, there's probably other players whose ceiling perceptibly could be higher. But you've got to bear in mind, he got thrown in as an 18-year-old playing in a range of positions because of the injuries that probably, in terms of his development, was thrusted too far forward because him and Archie Gray were being told to play in multiple positions, multiple minutes before they'd even embedded themselves in. And he looks a phenomenal player. And I think a lot of people look at stats and look at goals and output, and they're not watching his contribution in 90 minutes. I think he's a fantastic player,
honestly.
20.
Mr. Arda Güler.
Okay, so you've gone for Arda Güler here at 20 over Desiree Doué.
This is based
Champions League Young Player of the Year, Liga Young Player of the Year, Champions League Team of the Season.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. But this is based on this season. And this season, there isn't a single player, midfielder in the world this season that's created more chances than Mr. Arda Güler. More than Pedri, more than Vitinha, more than Bruno, more than any midfielder in the whole world. He's created over 21 chances in the La Liga, across 25 chances the whole of competition, including the Champions League. He's got 3 goals, 3 assists. Doué has been out for 3 weeks. Arda Güler has been healthy, starting every single game. The one game that we lost this season, he scored, assisted, it was 2-2, got taken off, we lost 5-2. Mr. Arda Güler has... This isn't a hot take. This isn't like a rogue option. This is actually the truth. This is the reality. We're looking at one of the best midfielders in the world this season, one of the best players. I did a video. I had him top 10 players in the world this season. Because this season, he's having such an amazing season. I predicted last season. I said that he's going to be playing a lot more in midfield. Last season he was a right winger. This season we'll see a lot more in midfield. Look at him this season.
I'm interested to see what happens with his position when Jude Bellingham was back fit. Now he is back fit.
Yeah.
When Jude is back...
But if I gave you the option of Desiree Doué or Arda Güler, you can have one of them.
I had to pick one person.
One of the two.
Between Arda and Doué,
Yeah.
I'm picking Mr. Arda Güler. I see more upsides than him.
Wow, I don't think you two are going to agree on this one.
I would have gone Doué.
He's backed him up. Yeah, Dean Howson also, age 20 as well. Another Madrid player, of course. 21 years of age. We go to Fuad with this. Who have you picked
I've
and
gone
why?
for Alejandro Balde.
Over João Neves.
Over João Neves, I think João Neves is one of the best midfielders in the world, but I do think Balde, maybe second to Nuno Mendes, is one of the best in his position, in my opinion. I think the big question marks about him have always been his fitness and his consistency, and I feel like over the last 2 years he's actually been able to get a good grip on that, and now we've seen almost like the best version of him. I think he's ironing out the defensive kinks in his game. Going forward, he might be even better than Nuno Mendes, in my opinion. I think the quality in his crossing, in my opinion. I think Nuno Mendes drives with the ball better, but I think in terms of crossing ability, I think his passing ability is absolutely incredible.
Big shout. Faisal, you need to come in.
Going forward, Nuno Mendes is the better player. Defensively, Nuno Mendes is the better defender. I'm high on Balde.
No, I agree. I think defensively, Nuno Mendes is a lot better.
Nuno Mendes,
crossing.
You know the positions. There was 11 positions in the world. Yeah, left back is the only position which I look at, which is a massive gap between number 1 and number 2. I would pick João Neves. João Neves is very good. João Neves is amongst one of the best midfielders last season. So this, by the way, João Neves is having a better season this season than last season.
Balde's been out injured the past couple of weeks.
You're
going to tax him for injuries?
João Neves should have been the easy option.
Everyone for injuries. Not going to do it out there.
That would have been too easy. I feel like Balde, for me, doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Let's know what you think of that at home. Give
Defenders
us your thoughts
Union.
on the 21 years of age category.
Next category is the most stacked, maybe. You've got Bellingham, Musiala, Wirtz, or Pedri.
Pedri, I think, has been, over the past 2025, it's been his year. And he's been the best midfielder. Jude has had some inconsistent moments, injuries. Musiala's been out. Wirtz, his Liverpool tenure hasn't been the great so far. But Pedri, Ballon d'Or contender. I am still speechless how he finished 11th in the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Like, he should have never been outside
Some of the results, Kane 13, Pedri 11.
Virgil van Dijk 28.
Do you know what's amazing about Pedri as well? I think we all know we've seen so much of him. He's such a talented player. He's only 22 years of age, as we know from this item. He's got 144 caps for Barcelona and 36 caps for Spain by the age of 22.
That's too much football.
Ridiculous.
He's incredible. Like, he has only got 1 assist this season, whereas he's got about 24 chances created. Like, his teammates are missing chances for him, but this guy just...
Yeah, it's a good point, that. 21 chances created in La Liga, which is the second most of any player in the major European leagues.
Okay.
You said the last category stats. I'm going to raise you this category. So for context, for the viewers at home watching, age 23, you've got the likes of Cole Palmer, Caicedo, Ekitike, Gravenberch, Gvardiol, Barcola, Elise. So this is a stacked category.
Yeah.
Who did you go with?
I love Ryan Gravenberch, but I had to go for Michael Elise. The way he has started this season, I think he's almost carrying the burden of Jamal Musiala's creativity as well. Obviously, he's had a massive injury, but I think last season was almost like his bedding in year at Bayern Munich. But the most impressive thing with him is how he's just adapted to every level that he's played at. When he came from the Championship to the Premier League, he looked a cut above everybody at Crystal Palace. Even in the France national team, he's taken to it like a duck to water. And now at Bayern Munich, I feel like this is going to be the year where he really stamps his authority on that team. We've already seen how he started the campaign. I think he'll finish strong as well.
Yeah, I think it's a good shout, that. 15 assists, 12 goals last season, 3 goals, 2 assists this season as well. I think what's amazing with that move as well is how quickly he's adapted to it. Because we all knew his ability at Palace, but it is no disrespect to him, a massive step up in club and league and different league and
it speaks
and everything
to,
like that. And how quickly he's adapted to that league.
I think sometimes as well, people see his kind of demeanour and personality off the pitch and think he's pretty quiet, but it's almost like quiet confidence, it seems like. He's got a lot of self-belief, and you see that on the pitch, so... Fair play.
24 years old then. Faysal's obviously been banging on about players that have been injured, not including players that have had injuries at the start of the season.
Okay, it's been out for a little short period of time.
Some good names in this
Some really good names in there.
There is.
Saliba's obviously an option here.
Kvaratskhelia
as well.
I was looking at Saliba, Kvara, and Bukayo Saka. I looked at Bukayo Saka because I do think the right-hand side is going to be, when Mo Salah retires, I think it's going to be him and Lamine Yamal just competing. And Michael Olise, of course. And Michael Olise. But I think Bukayo Saka, you can see the importance, you can see Arsenal, how good they are when he's back on the pitch. Last couple of games, he's back.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
He's back healthy. Look what he's doing.
So effective.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So effective.
That goal, I was stood right behind
goal.
his foot, the goal midweek, and it's just, it just makes it look so
against
easy.
Wales.
It's like a trademark finish already
Makes it
for
look
him,
so easy.
Trademark. It's become a trademark.
25.
25. I've gone for Erling Haaland. And barring the Tottenham game this season, I think he's been borderline perfect. And his movement and heading ability, I think, has improved massively. And I think prior to coming to City, he'd only scored about 5 headed goals. But nowadays, the way he's able to just sniff danger in the box, it's absolutely incredible. And I think sometimes we forget how young he is. At 25, you forget that he's still developing in his game. And we always think, because he's such an athletic freak, you expect him to be the perfect finished player at 21 or 23. But he's still developing, and he's found another gear. When you just think
the goal against Brentford was so good, so good.
Yeah.
He just bodied Collins. So good.
He makes football look easy.
But it's
honestly.
the range of goals he scores as well. I think. So I think for a long period of time, people were just talking about him as a predator. But it's actually, you look at the range of goals that he scores, and his numbers are phenomenal.
And I love that
Even his link up.
And I love that one of the reporters I remember were questioning about his lack of touches in some games as well. And he talked about how he does make a lot of movements and a lot of runs, and sometimes he gets ignored, but he keeps continuously making those runs.
You're seeing as well his defensive part of the game as well. Often in the box, like clearing headers, linking up players as well. He's really developed his game.
Linking up has gone way better.
Way improved. Yeah, brilliant player.
Next up.
The best player in the world this season, Mr. Kylian Mbappe, La Liga top scorer, Champions League top scorer. He's coming with a revenge and redemption mode about him. Last season, he came to Real Madrid, the defending champions. He saw his former team win the treble without him, and he was seen as was he the reason why Paris Saint-Germain won? Is he the reason why Real Madrid never won this season? This season, you're looking at he's angry, and he's got a goal in his mind. His goal is he wants to win the Champions League for the first time in his career. He wants to win the World Cup, which is the World Cup season, and he wants to win the Ballon d'Or. And I can see all these three things.
Do you think all three happen this year?
It's me. One thing about me, I don't do predictions. I do spoilers only. So this is a spoiler. And for the people watching, please look away. This is a spoiler.
Go on.
By the end of the season, Mbappe will hold the Ballon d'Or, will hold the Champions League, and will hold the World Cup. And you come back to this video, come back to this little clip, and I'll be proven right.
I can't wait.
It sounds like a prediction to me.
I can't wait.
It'll be a spoiler.
Stick him up.
Okay, we go to
27.
the 27 one,
27, I have gone for Gabriel Magalhaes, who
Had the likes of Trent in this category. I know he's in
First centre-back we've seen.
Valverde.
Good shout.
I think the consistency that he's been playing at, you can't ignore it anymore.
Yeah,
and I think over the last couple of years, everybody's given the love to Saliba, but you've seen this guy he's a weapon. And I think everybody talks about Arsenal's corners and set pieces, but he is the danger in that set piece. He is the main weapon in that Arsenal. No pun intended, but quality player. And I think defensively, he sets the tone and sets the energy for that defence. Honestly, the aggression that he plays with, I personally love it.
Let's get him up.
Very good shot.
Okay, 28.
28 is interesting.
I think this is controversial.
Why?
Oh.
You've gone for Rafinha over Ousmane
What?
Dembele.
What? The current Ballon d'Or holder.
And I quote you 7 minutes ago, yes, Ousmane Dembele deserved to win the Ballon d'Or over Yamal, but he's not the best 28-year-old.
Wow. Yes, he is.
Okay.
In case he's watching, what would you like to say? Cover three.
Apologise.
An honest man, I honestly thought Dembele was 27. My apologies. Rafinha, I'm sorry, man. It should not be on you. But, I say, Rafinha did have a great season last season, but I do fully agree. I think if I did my research a little bit better, I think it should have been Ousmane Dembele.
Just let me know. Just before we came on air as well, Faisal was like, we saw him for Rafinha and we all went, are you sure? Are we convinced
That's my bad.
And he said, I'm definitely convinced, I think was his exact words.
I thought Dembele was 27, but yeah.
But he still had an unbelievable
season. That last season, the Champions League joint top scorer, the goals that he scored, he's got over 50 GS last season. One of Barcelona's best players last season. He finished 5th in the Ballon d'Or. So he had a very great season last season. But of course, Dembele should be.
I think the amount of game
27
winners.
goal involvements in La Liga last season. So
Incredible. Or don't.
29.
29.
Interesting category here.
I have gone for Serhou Guirassy at Dortmund.
You could have had Rodri here.
I could have, but I feel like Rodri has been out for the best part of a year, and even now with his return, it's been a little bit steady and slow, whereas Guirassy has actually been doing damage in that time. And I think it's 13 goals in 14 Champions League games last year, 21 in the league, and this is off the back of when he had that incredible season at Stuttgart. You would have maybe thought, late bloomer, is it a one-season wonder? Can he do it again? And even this season, he's picked up right where he's left off. I think it's... I don't know how many goals or assists.
It's unreal.
But
he's got 33 goals in 63 Bundesliga
It's
appearances.
incredible. He won the Champions League top scorer last season as well. Yeah, incredible.
Top player in my opinion, and obviously because of his age, maybe he doesn't get the credit he deserves. But for me, I will give him the credit.
He's got a hat-trick against Barcelona last season as well.
I think if Rodri was fit,
if Rodri was fit and playing,
we have to mention.
I would 100%
last year's Ballon d'Or winner.
for sure.
30. Is this a bit more of a straightforward one?
I think Joshua Kimmich, I think he's been very underrated. I think last season he had a very good season under Vincent Kompany, and he's continued this season so far. A great partnership between himself and, of course, Pavlovic in the midfield. And I think Kompany came out and said that I think every manager who's coached him has said how smart he is.
Yeah.
Pep has come out and said that Pep came out and said that he's one of the smartest players
Very intelligent player.
I've ever coached. And Vincent Kompany said that he's way more intelligent than what I thought. Like he's been so good in Barcelona midfield, and he can play different positions. He can play both in the pivot, in the lone pivot, the right back, which I don't think is his best position. But midfield, he's so good.
I always really dictates the players. Well, if you watch them play, how often he's on the ball, most touches of any player in the major European leagues last season, which sort of epitomises how he plays and how much he loves being on the ball and controlling the game.
I think his assist numbers get overlooked as well. I think he's got double figures over 6 of the last 7 seasons.
31.
31. I've gone for Bruno Fernandes. I think it's whether you like him, whether you love him, whether you rate United or not, you can't deny the impact of Bruno Fernandes in terms of chance creativity, in terms of productivity. I think it's hard to overlook Bruno Fernandes. He has just been arguably United's best signing post Fergie.
I mean, there's no argument about it. It's definitely 100% the case. I mean, most chances created of any player in the Premier League in all of the last 3 seasons.
Which is amazing, actually, when you think of the situation Man United have been in and the other players, the strength and depth of players that he's competing with. For that stat it goes to show how effective he has been.
18 Prem goal involvements last season.
What baffles me the most, that there's United fans, that public that comes out and says, sell him, but United are better without him than with him. But whenever...
Put him up.
Some of the next are pretty tapping. 32 is you, Faysal.
I think it's a
tapping for Harry Kane.
Just quickly, you said earlier, Mbappe, best player in the world. Is he better than Kane this season?
These two are going neck for neck for me. And I think Mbappe slightly because he's the La Liga and Champions top scorer, but Harry Kane's got more goals than Mbappe this season.
Yeah.
Would
you say he's the best striker in the world right now, though, in terms of... You've got to say it on numbers, haven't you?
Absolutely. Like, he has got 21 GAs.
Yeah, incredible.
And we are in October. He's got 18 goals in 10 games.
Yeah,
just for Bayern.
Most goal contributions of any player in Europe, by the way. And also quickest player ever to get to 100 league goals for the club, which is incredible when you think of the players.
And even the goals that he's scoring, a lot of people make fun of the penalties. Yes, he's got about 6 or 7 penalties to serve over the season, but the goal against Chelsea, that second goal, the
goal against Stuttgart,
finish, like the finishes, the category of finishes that he does. Like,
he scored 2 hat-tricks in the league this season already.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think he might be, if this generation, he might be, I don't think there's a hard take. I think both of you guys can, especially you, because Spurs fan, I think he might be second or even third top, the best finishes we've seen in this generation in the century.
Put him up.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Bayern's still the only team in Europe, I think, that won every single game.
Yeah, they look good at that.
So
Kane at least they link up.
33.
Another tap in, I think, for Mo Salah. Listen, most goal contributions, broke the record last year. I think he's tied for joint most golden boots, most seasons getting goals and assists over 10. The guy's just breaking records that we didn't even know existed.
What do we think about him at the start of this season, though?
Hasn't had the greatest of starts, and you could say that maybe it's Arne Slot trying to figure out this team and the system. He definitely has to demand more of himself as well, I do think, because last season it seemed like he was a bit more further up the pitch, being asked to do less defensive work, but I still think until Salah actually puts down the season, you can't write him off.
Do you think
Salah has shown
where
time
he
again.
Gets taken out of the team?
Oh, no. That's
Never.
no way. That's no way. I think Arne Slot needs to figure out a system that the midfield needs to be the same, and I think it's Wirtz or Isaac that needs to be sacrificed. You can't sacrifice Mo Salah. Like, he's giving you so much. I think the person that needs to be sacrificed for the time being might be throwing words. And go
Question
back.
is, it becomes of, you always know age catches up to everybody. Could this be the season where maybe he does slow down a bit? Because it has been 7 or 8 years of freakish consistency. Do you know what I mean? So at some point, Father Time catches up to everyone. But I do think maybe this season he will still linger on.
And he took Egypt as well to the World Cup.
Yeah, fair play.
34?
34.
34 for me, I think it's a tap-in as well.
Yeah, it is a tap-in. Just for context, for people where other 34-year-olds, you could have gone with KDB, Griezmann, but I think most
Virgil
people
van
agree.
Dijk. For me, the biggest...
It's got to be Virgil, isn't it?
The biggest disgrace is that in the Ballon d'Or last season, he was the only centre-back in the Ballon d'Or, but he finished 28th.
Yeah.
You can't tell me there's been 27 players better than Virgil van Dijk last season, especially last season where defensively they've had a lot of issues. Trent was out, Robertson was not good enough, Konate was out.
It's a good point as well when you're looking at actually how it's analysed in terms of best players in the position. A lot of us would agree that he's the best centre-back in the world. So then to finish in 28th, you're thinking logically he's got to be
I don't understand
10,
it.
top 15.
I don't understand
based on the fact that he's the best in his position.
He's the best centre-back in the position. I don't understand, like, even this season, he's been... Like, Kirkus hasn't been good enough, in my personal opinion. Frimpong, new signing. Bradley. Konate has had a lot of issues this season, but he's been the consistent defender this season.
Yeah.
He's having a great season.
I think everyone would agree. Last category. So the last category we're doing is 35 plus. So any player above the age of 35 still playing. So that's obviously includes the likes of Messi, Ronaldo, Lewandowski, and Luka Modric as well at 40 years of age. Who you gone for?
Unfortunately, as long as this man is playing football, I have to pick this man every time. I respect Lewandowski's career. I respect Ronaldo's legacy. But Lionel Messi, as long as he's playing...
Luka, man?
It should have been Luka. It should have been Luka. Look what he's doing in Milan this season. He's having a great season in Milan at the age of 40. You're putting Messi for what? A couple goals into Miami.
I hear it.
I could be scoring goals for Inter Miami.
He did bust De Bruyne in that Napoli game as well.
Do you think he could score goals for Inter Miami? Have you seen him play?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think so, no.
But I think,
I think it's hard to argue. It's Messi, bro.
But look,
it's Messi, bro.
Look doing
It's
Serie A.
Messi.
care.
He's still got 24 and 24. I don't care if it's the MLS. He's still playing for Argentina.
I don't think they totally agree on everything, but there is confirmation of the lads picking the best player for every age category. Glaring omission with the Ballon d'Or winner.
Fuad, you should have done that.
Not there. A couple of surprise ones and some good picks. So let us know what you think of that at home.